Hey, good morning, TruckOrTrack.com family. We are in southern Indiana, headed to a company called Laramie today to do a tour with a customer. Now, what's Laramie? Laramie does flatbeds. They do a few dump bodies too, but generally in this area they're known for flatbeds. They do, you know, anything 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to, I think the biggest one we've ever done is like a 28-footer, which are very large flatbeds. They do a variety of floors. They'll do Napatong, they'll do white oak, they'll do treated, they'll do diamond tread, they'll do a double floor. A double floor is wood on the bottom with a overlay of metal, you know, bulkheads, sides, you know, stake sides, you name it, they do it when it comes to flatbeds. So we're gonna run up here today, do a little walk around with Norman. Now it's a little bit different because they're Amish. There are quite a few Amish communities around here. I can remember, I mean, they've always been here. I remember being a little kid and we would go to Louisville a lot, and when you would go up 37, they used to have a little stand set up there, and you could buy honey and peanut brittle and stuff like that from them, and they were very nice. And I don't know if they'll allow me to film there. I don't know why they wouldn't, but I'm gonna ask to be respectful. So we're gonna go up here, we're gonna have a customer meet us here from Indianapolis, and he's having a bed made, and it should be built in the raw form, and then he's wanting to put poly sideboards on it, which is a little bit different because he's wanting them to be lightweight. He's gonna haul mulch. So we'll explain a little bit more as we get up here. But glad you guys are here with us. We're gonna do a little tour. We'll see how this goes. So kick back and enjoy the ride. Hey guys, so I just crossed into the Amish territory, and it's not a bad thing or anything. Make it sound bad, but so you'll run into a lot of things like the horse and buggy, and you have to drive a little bit slower up here because of that. You don't want to run into somebody. You'll also see a lot of houses without any power running to them. So they do not use the above ground power lines. So like you'll see houses and there's absolutely no power running to the houses. Hey, TruckOrTrack.com family, we have made it to Laramie Truck Beds here in beautiful Odom, Indiana, deep in Amish country. Now, I went ahead and called ahead. I had to make a couple stops and told them that I was going to do a little filming. And out of respect to them, I am going to film how they make beds, but I think I am going to edit that out and just keep it on what they're doing. Now, this is really cool. So I'm pulling up here to park. Let's check this out. So we're here. Let's hop out. Of course, just like anything else, a lot of check this out. So this is for your horse. You hook your horse up to that. Isn't that awesome? I would hook that to my truck, but I feel like I would forget by the time this video's over, and I would yank that clean out of the hitching post, clean out of the ground. So anyway, we're here at Laramie. As you guys look around a little bit, looks like any other place I've ever been that manufactures. Got quite a few buildings. They got a few dump trucks, a few beds, and back here in the back is where the manufacturing is, and there's 2 dump bodies sitting there, and looks like they're unloading some stuff too. So out here, a lot of metal, guys. It's a lot of pipe, steel, you name it, is sitting out here. Like I was saying, not gonna film the guys themselves. I think Larry's the one's gonna give me the tour through the place. So we'll let Larry do a lot of the talking, and we'll see how a flatbed is made. Now they make flatbeds, dump bodies. They even make a landscaper's body, which is really popular in this area for lawnmowers. But we'll go in here and see what they're making. So as you can see, got a dump body right here. Walk in here and pick up with Larry. Larry, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Now, Larry, as I explained to the viewers on the way across, I'm just going to film myself.
Okay.
So we'll keep you out of the camera. The camera's going to be pointed at me.
Okay.
And just out of respect for you guys, we'll walk around. If you don't care, just to give us take 10 minutes, we'll walk around, take a look at everything. Okay. So if you want to lead the way, like I said, I'll keep the camera on me or on whatever we're doing. Okay. You just tell me how a body gets made. Okay. And I'll ask Larry a few questions as we go. So this is a 12-foot flatbed. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Pretty much standard. Bulkhead, rubber rail, stake pockets, and then you've got it on a cart, and it will actually.
We can actually raise the cart.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. But from what I know, it will stay on this cart the entire time. Okay, so Larry, it's on the cart because you don't have to bend over to weld it. Is that right?
Correct.
So it stays on here and lives its life on this cart. And does it ever come off the cart for any reason whatsoever, or does it pretty much stay on here till it's done?
Until it's welded, and then it comes out, and we take it off and take it to the blast booth from there. It gets put back on to go through the paint booth.
So this is a great picture of the long seal, and then the cross bracing and everything's underneath here. Everything's on 6-inch centers, and then that's a 7 or 8-inch long seal, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's really cool. So the guys don't have to get down on the ground to weld. That makes it nice to be able to lift it up. It's not sitting on the floor.
Take it all the way up and see the rest of it. I think we're clear from everything. Yeah, that makes the welding to the floor to the cross members makes that a lot nicer.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! That's awesome.
So it don't go over center. You got counterweight on this side.
Okay, so you got your counterweight here to keep it from flipping over. Yeah. And then you can literally, I mean, just stand up straight up and do all the welding and everything. It gets everything.
You don't have to worry about as much out of position welding that way.
The only time you would see a bed like this if it was flipped over in the ditch.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, that is so cool. I didn't realize they went that far.
You get your vertical welds that way as well. It's just a lot easier, you know, if you have this weld here, you're trying to do that.
Oh yeah.
Whether you like to do it, you know,
it's going to make your
vertical.
Yeah, it's going to make your welding look that much better when you can just stand up and run up and down. Oh, that's awesome. So again, bulkhead. They've got the floor already stitched in. I mean, this bed's really moving far along. Got looks like they're putting some D-rings down here at the bottom on this, guys. Where do you start at, Larry? Where do you?
We'll start with bringing the long seals in.
Right.
And we'll bring the pallet of cross members in, and yeah, get the long seals square. And mark the cross members out, lay them up, tack them in, and from there you put the bulkhead, the back light bar on, and side channels at this point with this bed.
Right.
And floor goes in after that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Different ways you do different beds.
Right.
Obviously.
Now, do you start in this area, or do you start over here?
We'll start over here, but yeah, that's how the bed gets started. I guess most of it would start either on the bandsaw or the plasma table and go out from there. And small, you know, our plasma cut parts
awesome.
Get put through here.
So water jet.
No,
or is it plasma?
It's plasma with a water table. It helps us to keep our heat down.
Oh yeah.
So we cut our screen out of the.
Well, it keeps the metal from warping or anything like that. So.
Yeah, it's benefited in that way.
Oh, that's awesome.
We go to cutting the screen window. You see a lot of.
So you guys pretty much make and cut everything right here in house. You really don't.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. That's unbelievable. That's crazy.
Yeah, if we can at all design it and send it out here, we like to cut it.
That's awesome.
Whether it be cutting a hole with the plasma cutter or anything, anytime you can get a weld done. measuring and marking, it's faster at the other end.
Okay, so pretty much start here with the bandsaw cutting in.
Bandsaw's right over here. We have another bandsaw that we cut our long tools, the longer stuff, but
right.
yeah, we cut most of our structural here. And it gets put on a pallet, set back in the assembly line.
That's great. So each one, you know exactly what's going on and whose it is, so those parts stay with that bed and move
we start
forward.
out with a drawing and a print for each bed.
Right.
It has a serial number assigned to it, and it has a paint marker that marks that right on the structure. That way
I noticed that on that bed, that the numbers are written on that bed. So
that way we don't get the parts.
Yeah, that makes it nice.
Getting ready to actually bend some pieces here. These would be what we call underbody gussets for a truck body.
Right. So you guys do it all, cross memberless or cross member beds, you'll do either one. And a cross memberless is going to be a thicker floor, and that way it supports the body, and a cross memberless is a thinner floor, but you got to have the cross members.
Yeah.
Talk about effortless. That didn't even, what thickness is that?
I think that's 1/4 inch.
It didn't even.
Our cross memberless is 1/4 inch.
That didn't even really, the press didn't even act like it even cared. That was awesome.
Yeah, we tried sizing that up far enough to where we can easily do what we're technically wanting to. But yeah, all those parts get, all the behind the scenes work gets done and put on the pallet. And from that point, as the beds move through it all comes to this section.
So shearing your center middle?
We do shearing somewhat. We try to keep away from that as much as possible.
Right.
It's just another line of measuring.
Right.
And marking. There's a chance for inaccuracy there.
Right.
So if we can do plasma work, we'll do plasma work.
Right. Well, that's awesome. Now, I've got to ask you a question. So, how do you power this facility?
It's all powered on a gen set. I think it's 250
So
kW.
you actually don't tie into the local power grid. You've got your own power grid, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. That's unbelievable for the amount of stuff that's going on in here right now. It's pretty amazing that you're doing that. So that's crazy. So, being in here, they make it sound really easy, guys, but it's not. But that's what they do. So, I mean, it starts on one end of the shop pretty much, works its way around. It comes down to this end.
Kind of the idea when we started was get an assembly line setting if we can.
Right.
Yeah, that way we're not having any back trouble. We have some, but that's due to the fact of the shop being a little small. But
So,
outside of that,
just a 9-foot flatbed, how long does it take you to kick one out to get it to the paint booth?
Start to finish, we figure 3 days from the start to the finish. That's start to cut out. Obviously, you're not on that a full 3 days, but that process from when you get it started to the end.
I wouldn't have thought it'd been 3 days. I thought it'd been like a week or 10 days, but I mean, to knock one out in 3 days, that's
if you counted the hours, which we write down on each sheet.
Right.
It can vary from 3 to 4 days, depends on the size of the bed.
Wow. Well,
some of the more complex stuff, like a dump body, can take,
wow.
upwards to a week.
That's unbelievable that you can do that fast.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we've taken enough of your time. I'm gonna, if you don't care, I'll just do no sound, and then I'll do a little bit of walking around this bed for a little bit of fill in, and we'll be good to go. Thank you, Larry. All right. All right, guys, that was a great trip to Laramie. I know it was a quick video, I'm gonna have to sit down and have a couple meetings with these guys about some body projects that we actually have coming up. You know, what's the biggest thing about Laramie? One, it's local for us, so I like supporting people that are close to us. Number two, they are unbelievably awesome to deal with. If you need something, you want something changed, they will do it. They don't have any complaints about anything. They are just here to do it and do it well. And that's the other thing, is quality. Their quality is unbelievable. We've never had any welding issues or long seal issues or anything. They get something here, it's always heavier than anything we do. Just a bunch of great guys. So I want to head up here to the truck and I'm going to unhitch it from the hitching post. I'm probably in trouble because I parked where the horses get parked, and get on down the road. So hey, if you begin with the best, you won't need the rest.